There's the kidney socks. How we going? Day 6. Thanks for being here again. It was a hot day today, 35. Summer's coming. It's not winter is coming, it's summer is coming. Day 6, I'm gonna crank out. I need to do like double walk right now, so 6.5 Ks. Should get me to about 38, I think, for the week. A big 10K walk tomorrow gets me to 48 and the week's finished. So I need to do 45 per week to do 180 for the month. So yeah, pressure's on. I thought I was doing really good, but yeah, need to keep pushing. Alright, link up above. Donate if you can, please. Track my progress, see how I'm going. Let's continue the story. So where we finished off, we're talking about getting my bloods back on track and getting myself released out of hospital. So yeah, I spent about 6 weeks in hospital. And once out of hospital, I had to do dialysis at a clinic. So in Canberra they have 3 satellite clinics that aren't in the hospital where you can do dialysis. Which just showed me the kidney failure is a lot more common than what I thought. And yeah, I was doing dialysis there, and we had real problems at the start because the way they measure your fluid is they assign you what's called a base weight or a dry weight, and that's just an estimation, especially at the start, right? And then what they do is they weigh you when you come in, and whatever you are over your base weight, they assume that that's all fluid, and they will say if you're 2 kilos over your base weight, they will assume that you have 2 litres of fluid on board. So they'll program into the machine to take 2 litres of fluid off over the 4 hours. Now there's no other better way to do it, but it's not exactly scientifically accurate, as I found out. And quite a few times early on when we did dialysis, we were taking too much fluid. Because you're lying down the whole time, you might not notice it while the dialysis is going. When we finish packing up at the end of it and stand up, the blood pressure just says, no, we don't have enough fluid here to maintain you standing up, and you just pass out. And that happened to me quite a few times. And I had arguments with doctors about what my base weight should be and what we should be taking off. And it took a long time for me to learn how to manage that myself and to tell them how much fluid I was taking off, and not them tell me, because whenever they told me it was incorrect and ended up feeling really crook. So yeah, so that was early days. During those early days, I'm also mindful that, I've got a mortgage, got a family to support, I need to get back to work. And I was talking to doctors and nurses on a regular basis, and one of the options they said existed was a thing called peritoneal dialysis. What the dialysis I was doing is called hemodialysis, hemo meaning blood dialysis, where peritoneal dialysis is through, I think it's called the peritoneum, which is like, it's a pretty amazing thing. So you have this sac, which is the peritoneum, I think is the name, that holds all your guts together. And so what they do is they insert a tube next to your belly button. The tube dangles out, of course, and you fill it with a certain type of fluid, and the fluid sits at the bottom of your abdominal cavity and where this peritoneum is. Because the peritoneum is really thin and has really high blood flow, what happens when this fluid or liquid is in there, it's specially formulated, and it has an osmosis effect on your blood. So it draws out all toxins and excess fluids into the fluid that's already in your abdominal cavity. Then you drain that fluid out, and you've effectively done a dialysis. And you can do this, the process of changing the fluids takes about 15 minutes. You do this on your lunch break, at work. So most people do it like 4 times a day. So breakfast, maybe smoko, late afternoon lunch and the evening. And that way you can still work, you still get about most of your life, you're slightly inconvenienced, but you can work, and that was my main focus. I've got to get back to work. So I thought, alright, sign me up for this. And they told me I was a great candidate for it because I'm young, relatively strong, was healthy before this happened, so it should work fine. Okay, no worries. So signed up for that, and yeah, about 1 or 2 months afterwards I did the operation, and we've got 2 tubes up here hanging out and one next to my belly button. The operation was, at least they knocked me out for it. Wasn't too bad, just general, bit of sore abdomen because they cut through muscles and stuff, but it was alright, healed up pretty quick. And then we get to, and what happens is they seal it up with a special bandage so I can still have a shower and things like that. Can't immerse myself in water, can't go swimming, can't do anything like that, but a shower's still okay. And yeah, I've got to wait 6 weeks for everything to heal up before we can try to use this tube thing. Righto. And unfortunately, about a week after the operation, they discharged me pretty quickly, like a day or two, I think it was the next day, they discharged me back home. And then about a week after, really bad stomach pain, really bad cramps. This is not normal, this is not good. I went and seen them. It could be just the tube moving inside. It hurts a lot. Honestly, it's really bad. No, it's probably just the tube moving. Okay, righto, come back home. 3-4 days later, the pain is worse, much worse. I go back. I'm like, alright, well, I'm just going to have a look, take some bloods, find out what's going on. Yeah, you got a massive infection. This thing's not going to work. Yeah, it's been compromised. Didn't even get to use it, didn't even get to try it. I'm going to have to take it out. So I had this bloody tube next to my belly button, another 3 months before I could get the operation to get it taken out. Still got these other ones in my neck. Life's not much fun right now. I need to get back to work. Anyway, I've gone on for 7 minutes. I'll continue the story tomorrow. Yeah, the saga gets worse. Thank you all for your support, your comments, likes, shares, donations, everything. Yeah, it's brilliant. Look after your health. Check your blood pressure. Get your blood sugar level tolerance checked. Yeah, if you've got diabetes and things like that, be very careful. Watch what you eat. Look after yourself, and thank you for being here. See you guys tomorrow morning. Bye for now.